The first one is about lead. What do you do with, quote, normal levels that are not zero, and how do you reassure worried parents?
That's a great, like levels of like 1, 2, 3.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. I would make sure you ask the questions. If they're at low risk, they don't live in older housing stock, there's not a parent who does an occupation, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, then I personally probably would not screen again unless they have Medicaid and are required to be screening. But again, it's risk communication, and you tell them why you're testing, and that there is, with all these other, environmental things that you guys as primary health care providers, I talked about, nurturing environment, et cetera, your child's gonna be okay, all right? And I was a little bit concerned myself when the CDC lowered that level to 5. Yes, there's some evidence there, but I think there also has to be some practical understanding of how you communicate risk. And that can be very tricky, all right? But I think you guys have established relationships, with your patients, et cetera. But the effects are multifactorial, okay? And I think knowing this, you're preventing further elevation if there potentially is a source. These are tough conversations to have. But that's how I would approach it, because I would reassure, knowing if there were no other risk factors. I would reassure, because I think that these children are going to do okay. I worry mostly about the ongoing low-level exposures of 20, 30, et cetera, where it's been going on and no risk or harm reduction has been taken.
Great, thanks. So lots of questions about Juuls. And I'm going to put you on the spot because several people are asking, what does it taste like? Do you know?
So for disclosure, I've never tried it myself, so I don't have personal experience on the taste. But again, it came in many, many flavors for some time. And essentially, it really, because it's nicotine salts that don't have that sting, really does taste like the flavor that you're buying. And so now the only flavor that's available as of November is the menthol or mint flavor. And then there's the traditional tobacco flavors. There's two. There's Virginia tobacco and then tobacco. So now it's meant to mimic basically what is available for cigarettes. It tastes like those, but still, general reports are that it's just a smoother toke than you get out of a cigarette.
And then a lot of questions about so a pod is equivalent to 20, has the nicotine equivalent of 20 cigarettes. How long is a pod supposed to last?
Yeah. So it is variable on how long you inhale. So the way the Juul works is there's no button to push. Like the original vape pens, you push a button and it lights up, and then it's time to inhale. With Juul, it's just triggered by your inhalation. So if you take a really long inhalation, you're going to have fewer puffs in that pod versus shorter ones. But generally, it's estimated that one pod is about 200 puffs.
This is about lead. Are there any recommendations for screening pregnant women?
That's a great question. There are, and again, it is not mandated, as I understand, in the state of Washington. In New York, it actually is mandated to screen all pregnant women at least once. But again, asking the questions. And again, some pregnant women, you guys may know, exhibit pica behavior. I had a case where a woman was chewing on ceramics from Mexico, and with the glaze, the lead in the glaze, and had an elevated lead level up to about 65 micrograms per deciliter. And then the neonate was born. But I cannot answer that fully because I don't know what obstetricians do in our state. I can tell you the Department of Health, again, makes a recommendation based on, there is no mandate.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. To continue, please log in or create an account for free. Thank you for your support.